Good day, everyone. This is Jenny's Fashion Channel. Thanks to all my amazing fans and subscribers. This channel is all about leveling up on your fashion designing skill. And today, I'm going to teach you how to cut this beautiful halter neck dress. So if it is what you are all about, you are definitely at the right place. If you haven't subscribed to this channel, now will be a very good time for you to smash on the subscribe button and turn on your notification bell so that you'll be notified each time I upload a new video. Without further ado, let's jump right in, shall we? The first thing is to draw a line as my baseline. Then I'm going to draw a line here because the edge of my paper is not straight and my paper is not unfolded. Then the next thing is to get my neck curve, and I'm using 3 inches for my neck width and 3 inches for my neck depth. Then I'm going to connect like so to get a perfect round curve. Then I will go ahead and take my shoulder measurement divided by 2. I will mark it here. Then from this shoulder point, I'm going to come down by 1 inch for my shoulder slope. I will mark it here. Then I'm going to connect the shoulder slope point to the neck width like so. Then the next thing is to get my armhole depth. And for me to get my armhole depth, I'm going to take my bust measurement divided by 6 plus 1.5 inches, or I will take my shoulder measurement divided by 2. But because this is a halter neck dress, okay, it is sleeveless, so I wouldn't want my bust to show on the armhole area. So I'm going to minus half an inch from what I got, okay? Then I will mark it here and I'm going to connect like this. Then from this point, I'm going to draw a horizontal line as my chest line. Then the next thing is to get my vertical measurement. I will come down by 10 inches for the bust line. I will come down by 17 inches for the waistline. Then I will add half an inch for joining allowance. I will go ahead and draw the lines. Then the next thing is to get my bust span. So I'm going to take my nipple to nipple measurement divided by 2. Then I'm going to mark it on the bust line and I will connect it straight down to the joining allowance line. Then the next thing is to get my depth. So I'm going to go in by half an inch and go out by half an inch to form my dart. Then from this my bust point, I will come down by 1 inch. This is to remove any form of pointiness on the bust area. Then I'm going to connect like this to the waistline down to the joining allowance line. But please, if you are using a stretchy fabric, you don't need this dart, okay? Because it's going to be tight on your body. It's going to give you fitting based on your body shape, all right? Then I will go ahead and take my horizontal measurement. On the bust line, I'm going to take my bust measurement divided by 4 plus 2 inches for joining allowance. I will mark it. Then on the waistline, I'm going to take my waist measurement divided by 4. I'm going to replace this dart intake here plus 2 inches for joining allowance. I will mark it on the waistline and mark the same thing on the joining allowance line. Then I'm going to connect my markings to serve as a guide for cutting. Then for the halter neck effect, okay, I'm going to take my bust measurement divided by 4, okay. I will mark it on the chest line, okay, like so. Then I'm going to connect it to the neck width, as you can see me do, all right. Then I will go ahead and add 2 inches for joining allowance on the chest line, and I will connect it down to this line, like so. There is something very important here, okay? To avoid this part to gape, as in to be flappy, all right? So I'm going to take my nipple to nipple measurement divided by 2. Mine will give me 3.5 inches, okay? So from this point, I'm going to come up by 3.5 inches. I will mark it. Then from that point, I'm going to go down by 4 inches, or you can go down by 3.5 inches, okay? Then I'm going to connect like this. Then from this point, I will go in by half an inch and go out by half an inch to form a dot. Then I'm going to connect like this. So guys, this is it. It is that simple. I will now go ahead and cut. So follow me closely. Let's cut. So guys, this is it for the front panel. We're now moving to the back panel. The first thing is to draw a line as my baseline. Then I will go ahead and take out my zipper allowance. I will draw the line. Then I'll go ahead and get my neck curve. And I'm using 3 inches for my neck width and 0.75 inch for my neck depth. Then I will connect like so. Then the next thing is to get my shoulder measurement divided by 2. Then I'm going to mark it here. Then from this shoulder point, I'm going to come down by 1 inch for my shoulder slope. I will mark it here and I'm going to connect to the neck width like so. Then the next thing is to get my armhole depth. So I'm going to calculate it just the same way we did on the front part of the dress. Then I'm going to mark it and I'm going to connect it like so. Then from this point, I will draw a horizontal line as my chest line. Then I will go ahead and get my vertical measurement. I will come down by 10 inches for my bust line, come down by 17 inches for my waistline. Then I will add half an inch for joining allowance. I will go ahead and draw the lines. Then I will go ahead and get my bust span. So I'm going to take my nipple to nipple measurement divide by 2. I will mark it on the bust line. Then I will connect it straight down to the joining allowance line. Then from this my waistline, I will go in by half an inch and go out by half an inch to form a dot. Then I'm going to extend this my line with 1 inch. I will connect it to this point and connect it to the waist dot, okay, down to the joining allowance line like so. Then I will go ahead and get my horizontal measurement on the bust line. I'm going to take my bust measurement divide by 4 plus 2 inches for joining allowance. On the waistline, I'm going to take my waist measurement divide by 4. I will replace this dart intake here plus 2 inches for joining allowance. I will mark it and mark the same thing on the joining allowance line. Then I will connect like so to serve as a guide for cutting. Then on this waistline, I'm going to go in by half an inch. This is to remove any form of bulginess on the waist area. Then I'm going to connect it to this point, okay, like so. Then for the zipper allowance, I'm using just 1 inch, okay? And on the waist area, I will start taking the zipper allowance from that half an inch I went in with, okay? Then I'm going to carry on like so, following the same curve. Then I'll go ahead and connect my markings. Then for the halter neck effect, okay, I'm going to take my bust measurement divide by 4. I will mark it on the chest line. Then I will connect it to the neck width like so. Then on the chest line, I will add 2 inches for joining allowance. I will mark it and I'm going to connect it to this line like so. Yeah, so guys, this is it for the back panel. I'll go ahead and cut. Yeah, this is it for the back panel. Then for the turtleneck, I'll go ahead and measure the round curve of the front part and the round curve of the back part. Here on the front part, I have 5 inches wide unfold. That's if I unfold it, it will give me 10 inches, okay, for the front part. Then for the back part, I have 4.5 inches, including the zipper allowance wide unfold, okay? So if I unfold it, it will give me 9 inches. So if I unfold, that's for the 2, I have 19 inches. Wide unfold, I have 9.5 inches, okay? So I will use it as the length of the turtle neck, all right? So I will go ahead and measure 9.5 inches while unfold, okay? Then I'm going to draw a line here as my baseline. Then from this center point, okay, I'm going to go down by 1/2 inch. I will mark it. Then I will go ahead and get the length of the turtleneck. Just like I said before, on fold, we are working with 9.5 inches. So I'm going to get the midpoint of this 9.5 inches. I will mark it. Then I'm going to connect it to this 1/2 inch I went down with, like so. Then I'm using 2 inches, okay, for the length of the cape, all right? Then I will go ahead and add 1/2 inch to it because I need 1/2 inch to use it to join the upper part, all right? So I will add 1/2 inch to 2 inches. It will give me 2.5 inches. Okay, from this center point, I will start taking my measurement from this 1/2 inch I went down with, okay? Then I will carry on like so, following the same curve, and I will go ahead and connect, okay? Like so. I will also add 1/2 inch joining allowance on the down part because I also need that 1/2 inch to join the cape to the dress. I want you to take note that this part is the part that will join to the dress. This part is the down part that will be joined to the dress, okay? So this is it. I'll go ahead and cut. Yeah, this is it, okay? And this is all I have for you for today. If you find this tutorial helpful, please subscribe, comment, like, and share. See you in my next video. Bye.